There is a borderless empire operating today that controls hundreds of billions of dollars. Its balance sheet eclipses the military budgets of almost every nation. Sovereign governments are actively using this exact financial architecture to project global dominance, relying entirely on faith rather than military force. Look at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They manage an estimated $265 billion portfolio. The organization operates as a massive capital fund, holding vast tracts of agriculture, commercial real estate, and major stakes in stock markets. The Catholic Church in Australia holds matching valuations, with roughly $265 billion in assets. In India, the governing body of the Tirumala Venkateswara Temple manages over $31 billion, built from donations, investments, and massive gold reserves. These financial empires don't even require massive physical footprints to generate outsized returns. Trinity Church owns prime commercial real estate tightly concentrated in Lower Manhattan, granting a single congregation an estimated net worth of $6 billion. This chart compares global economic output, showing that Christian-majority nations alone currently generate roughly 68% of the entire world's gross domestic product. Global religions operate as the most highly capitalized, profitable business franchises on the planet. But bank accounts are only one half of the ledger. The true currency securing these empires is their billions of active, organized followers. This bar chart visualizes the current global baseline. Christianity currently leads with about 2.38 billion adherents, while Islam follows closely behind at 1.9 billion. By tracing demographic projections out to the year 2050, we see a massive anomaly. The Muslim population surges by 73%, expanding far faster than any other global belief system. The mechanics driving this are entirely mathematical. Muslim-majority regions, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa and the Middle East, have a drastically younger median age of 24 compared to 30 for Christians, alongside a higher fertility rate of 3.1 children per woman versus 2.7. Compare that momentum against aging, developed nations, where secular, unaffiliated, and Buddhist populations are actively shrinking as a percentage of the global whole. Those distinct growth trajectories guarantee a mathematical collision. By 2050, the populations of Islam and Christianity will level out, each commanding roughly 3 billion followers. No matter where the current concentration of wealth sits today, demographic destiny will inevitably restructure global power dynamics over the next 3 decades. Sovereign governments have already recognized that merging deep financial reserves with rapid population growth is the ultimate tool for bypassing physical borders. They weaponize this through religious soft power, the strategic, state-sponsored export of doctrine specifically designed to manipulate foreign populations. Nations like Saudi Arabia and Iran invest billions of dollars annually to export their specific Islamic doctrines outward. They embed these ideologies across the Middle East and Africa to establish permanent regional hegemony. We see the exact same mechanism in Eastern Europe, where the Russian state actively coordinates with the Russian Orthodox Church to project political influence and validate territorial claims throughout the Balkans. If a foreign state can successfully shape your core belief system, they can invisibly dictate your domestic voting blocs, your international trade alliances, and your societal norms. State-sponsored religion acts as a geopolitical Trojan horse. It allows a government to ideologically conquer foreign territory without ever having to declare physical war. Look ahead to the year 2050. The map of the world effectively erases physical borders, replacing them with vast, overlapping ideological boundaries. The two dominant religious blocs will directly influence roughly 6 billion human beings, while simultaneously managing the overwhelming majority of the planet's hard assets and economic output. While states currently use these faiths as tools of influence, the sheer scale of these 6 billion followers creates a transnational authority that no single government can fully regulate or contain. To accurately predict the economic shifts and political realignments of the next century, you must look past domestic elections and track global religious movements. These vast movements possess a deep demographic and financial permanence that outlasts the fragile lifespans of political regimes. By the middle of this century, the world's primary power centers will have shifted from the capitals of nations to these global empires of faith.